What's up, YouTube? Carn221 here, and welcome back to another Company Computers 2 replay. It's part of my tactics series I've been doing since the beginning of the beta. I'm playing with Goat here. And it's kind of nice they did add the text to replays now, or I just noticed it. Either way, I'm going with Soviet Shock Army as my doctrine. Goat hasn't picked his yet. This guy's going Spearhead Grizzle Bear, and we are playing on Smisky Winter. Now, I've been practicing different openings with the Russians, and I usually like about 2 conscripts just to get some men. This map, I fought on this side. I don't like it as much in winter because there's numerous crossings and you can't really defend the choke points. Because if you defend this choke point right, they can just cross right here. So I like the summer version a lot better. So as you can see, the church is one of the high points in this area, so really whoever controls the church helps control the center there. I'm just moving out my conscripts and my engineers toward the fuel up here. Goat is pushing down some of his conscripts and engineers towards the victory point, and he's going to help hold the town. I'm going to try to cover his right flank. Now keep in mind though, that there's like a hedgerow here, and so there's several entrances to get to this hedgerow. There's one here, another one there, here, and there. Or they can go through them all. I usually thought they couldn't go through them. I know one of the great things that conscripts have is sandbag fighting position. These are not extremely durable, but you know they can actually offer you some cover here. And I'm gonna warn you, in the beginning of this game, I'm gonna get pretty destroyed. Due man to the machine guns and the mortar this Grizzle Bear is gonna try to set up. As you can see here, he has a mortar out. Interesting start by him. But keep in mind that I can retreat my guys. This is a very aggressive move by Goat that actually works because he got in the house here. When you're playing on this side of the map, and if you're the Germans, always make sure you garrison this, even with some pioneers this time. Do not let the Russians get in here because it's very hard to get them out once they're in here. You don't have Molotovs, you're going to burn them out. As you can see over here, I'm running into machine guns. But look, I am using the Ura and flanking using some Molotovs. Starting to use Molotovs a lot more. Look, it's catching them on fire. And I force his machine gun back there. However, these grenadiers are going to do quite a lot of damage to us. Keep in mind we have no cover right now. And the mortar is making it so I cannot stay in cover. See, I have to keep moving my men. And as they're moving, they're getting shot. Now they're not in cover again. So I got to pull them back. As you can see, my troops here aren't actually in the deep snow. So that restricts their movement. So even though those guys are in heavy cover, I got to keep moving my men because that mortar's going to start raining down hell on me. So the machine gun along with the mortar, this guy's done a pretty good start with. You know, he still has a grenadier. So you can see I'm trying to move, and it's not working. We just lost another 2 conscripts there. How cool we can do it like that. So as you can see, I have moving up my conscripts. I'm like, you know, I'm going to try to throw a Molotov on these guys. Brave Comrade Chenko throwing his Molotov there. Look at his grenadiers. Now, the mortar's meant to go down and wiped out his whole squad. Do you just see that? So, pretty much they got wiped out there. So be careful. Your mortar can friendly fire you. Oh, do friendly fire. I have more conscripts coming up. I got 3 conscript squads. I really need my infantry. I was planning to do the conscripts with the some of the shock troops here, but I do not have the command points yet. Let's go back to Goat. Goat is pushed down on the right flank here and putting mines down. Very good choke points here. Looks like a machine gun. He tried to pick up an MG42. Push into the center. By the way, up here I just have my, on the map here, I have the conscripts taking on some flame pioneers, and they're going to lose that fight once they get upgraded here. So I'm going to pull them back. Anyway, back to the center where a lot of action's taking place. Goat's behind their lines here. Throwing a Molotov almost on his guys there. Brutal fight so far. And look, the Grizzle... Oh, by the way, this sniper... Try to kill the sniper there. Germans have deadly snipers. If you can micro those guys, those are invaluable. So we're getting pushed back pretty bad. I even have an MG I'm trying to set up. I'm going to bring up to set up, and that's not going to work out so well. So, in the opening stages, I didn't play this in a little while. The opening stages, I should have The mortar just threw me off because I couldn't really set up a stable position. The mortar and the sniper. This guy's going heavy tier 1. And so here's my plan. I'm trying to flank him here. And if you're one guy is in the arc or whatever. So we not only have the sniper, we have the machine gun and some grenadiers here. So these guys are going to be in a lot of trouble. They're still suppressed, which they shouldn't be suppressed this long. The sniper's picking them off left and right. Meanwhile, I'm not realizing that my machine gun's coming up. I'm trying to throw some Molotov cocktails on these guys. And I'm going to lose this squad probably. He's doing a pretty good job of microing, but I mean, I upgraded those guys. So, like I said, I guess I set up here. I knew there was a sniper. I figured I could do some damage before the sniper takes out everybody, but where is that? There he is. Between the machine gun, the grenadiers, and the sniper, we're just going to get utterly wiped out. So keep in mind, this is a mistake by me. I'm setting my troops piecemeal here. So that's our problem. And that sniper's just destroying me. And usually, when you throw that, it wipes out the whole crew. So I'm going to try to get rid of this MG once and for all. Thankfully, Goat is doing a good job, because right now, the sending in the troops piecemeal, you know, at this point I'm like, I cannot send the troops in piecemeal. I got to regroup with all my forces, retrain. And I even chose to get machine guns over the scout car. The scout car that could have helped me deal with that sniper. 11 kills. I wonder if Gaber is gonna use. Does not have enough for that. Gaber went defensive doctrine, right? No, joint operations doctrine. Okay, thankfully Goat is doing a good job, like I was saying earlier. He's fighting against Panzer Grenadiers. Keep in mind, you've seen the Panzer Grenadiers decimate the conscripts. He has these guys in the church now, and he's using the machine gun to help support his troops, and it's an MG42. So if you're the Germans, do not let your men lose their machine guns. It could be picked up by conscripts, because I got news for you. An MG42 with 6 men is a deadly combination there. So he's starting to push up and take my area here, so I'm going to do a large coordinated assault. This center's a lot more exciting though. Mortars, machine guns. Goat right now is doing a lot of the work here. Now I'm going to try to support him. Look, he got the sniper injured because of machine guns and mortars. So I really got to push and take back this side, and that's what I'm going to try to work on. You can see that MG42 is pretty deadly, but he's outnumbered, and I'm okay. I was even throwing the Molotov up there. So I'm taking back this side. He's completely conceded the left side here and is focusing everything on the center with his allied, which is good for me so I can start making some progress, but kind of bad for Goat because he's getting double teamed. Notice how Goat usually gets some multiple conscripts so he can get the fuel. He uses his fuel to get the anti-tank grenades and the Molotov. So Goat is very good at utilizing his conscripts. I don't really use the anti-tank thing. I usually have a tank out before I really have to deal with something like Goat's dealing with here. Anyway, I'm a little mad the sniper's been like attacking me the whole game, so I'm pushing up and I'm ready to take out these guys, including his mortar. And I see the machine gun setting up. You can see the fog of war. So I'm going to try to move around, and he's going to push himself back there, which is kind of... Oh, maybe he misclicked. Anyway, there's machine guns all over this place. So these guys I forgot about, unfortunately. I'm telling you, wait till the Sturmovik. Those are amazing. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get around him and throw a grenade over this wire here. And at least make him withdraw, right? And I even have... These guys are too far away, my conscripts, so I need to move them up. I can also upgrade them to PPSH, but I'm saving that pretty much for my Sturmoviks, probably. Or the Molotovs. Those are good, too. So Goat's starting to lose the center again, but, you know, this church is getting decimated with the mortars raining down on it. We're in a killing field here. There's, like, he has all his guys upgraded with MG42s. So heavy tier 1. What I should have done really at this point is I should have just, you know, I can't fight this necessarily with tier 1. that with the Soviets were going to get destroyed. So I really need to upgrade to Tier 2 and grab some T-34s or SUs. So they're sending a recon plane, which is interesting to see the right side, which is completely empty right now. Meanwhile, the left side is falling to me. The amount of machine guns in this game that they've produced is ridiculous. You can call it an MG spam almost. This guy's got pinned in. Now you see how it says heavy cover there? They're actually not in heavy cover. So you can be in heavy cover, but it doesn't say it because he's in the road there, and look at all the dead conscripts. But it was heavy cover, so someone was trying to shoot him from that way. Meanwhile, that sniper's back. Can't wait to get rid of that guy. I'm starting to take the munitions. Yep, he just lost his veteran MG crew. Meanwhile, he only has one grenadier. I'm wondering what he's spending his money on. He has no fuel. He just built that. Very few munitions. He's microing his sniper very well, though. So the Germans have a pretty good, they have a very good mechanized force right now with various half tracks, and they're getting a Panzer Corps. And we pretty much have. Now I'm getting some tanks here. The great thing about being the Russians when you're this close on this map is that he did the medics, the field infirmary, and so it's healing my guys also. So that's a good way not to double that. So he's doing a large push here, and just up for me to get away. I brought myself a 120mm mortar, and I'm starting to bombard the various positions. I think I was bombarding the church at some point, because I know that's where the Germans have their high point. Actually, yes, I'm bombarding around the church because I know they're Germans. So I built a sandbag fighting position just to kind of protect this northern flank here. I was too nervous to build any fuel caches. I mean, I could have built one here, but I was nervous I couldn't stabilize my front lines effectively yet. But now I'm grabbing an Su-85 to deal with hopefully this mortar. Now this mortar half track actually has a good ability. I'm not sure you have to be a veteran to do it. No, you don't. You can use an incendiary mortar barrage, which actually is like dropping well, I've seen incendiary from an airplane. So somehow that MG could see through the bushes and stuff, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. But when he's doing that, I'm throwing my mortar. I'm like, hey, you wanna mess with my mortar here? I'm trying to lay down some kind of mine. Oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm laying a demo charge. I'm trying to be sneaky here. And you gotta be very careful. So I'm running away. So that sniper helped wipe me out. I'm gonna detonate it now. And only killed 2 out of 4 of those guys, so that's disappointing. I'm trying to get this sniper, but a great way to dodge the mortars is to keep on the move. So I'm gonna like beeline it for this this sniper here. You know, I do my Su-85 out, ready to take on any kind of half track I have. He's gonna withdraw again. Need to bring these guys down. The SU is here doing the grenades. The thing is, he's a small force, and it's veteran, so that kind of makes sense. A small force that's being veteran, you know. I like they're gonna shred my conscripts that are like brand new. I have not seen any kind of anti-tank here. So whenever I see this is a player that's been on here for a while. Whenever I see these Panzer Grenadiers, when you see them charge your tank, you're assuming that they're gonna get Panzer Shreks. Anyway, and then this is where I make up a mistake again. I didn't see the pack up here, and I'm trying to withdraw, and I cannot get my tank to withdraw fast enough. He's just gonna move up his pack, and I'm screwed because, you know, I have to turn my back and stuff to get that. So I'm gonna lose my early advantage of having a tank. So I'm playing really bad right now. I was too aggressive with my tank there. I'm getting pretty destroyed. I gotta work on this unit preservation, and I should have gone an early T-34. That's what I should have done to counter this guy, but it just seems like I'm taking all these losses and losing full squad units, right? But this guy's taking some minor casualties, you know. And I can't hold these guys, and now I gotta withdraw this mortar here. Get him back to base. No need to take unnecessary casualties. This is a poor weapon and they're on their own anyway. Yeah, between that pack, I did manage to get behind their lines again with some of these guys and me capturing that point. I just want to make sure the clock keeps ticking for these guys. So, oh goodness. So Goat charged in, trying to get rid of this half track. They should have withdrawn that, got destroyed. So I'm not sure a half track is worth that much of fuel, but it was doing a lot of damage then, yeah. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna lose if I don't like help Goat out here, so I'm getting ready to take back our fuel because they have both fuel points right now, and giving the Germans a lot of fuel is never a good idea. So I need to start using my mortar. Once it gets Veterans E1, that's when it'll become really deadly because I can use the precision strike, which is kind of overpowered, but it's extremely accurate. We'll go with that. And I'm just gonna fall back. I see the seriously though, Veterans E2 for some Pioneers, that's pretty good. Goat just seems to have a ton of infantry and is able to overwhelm them with numbers, which is good. And I'm just going to cut off the resources. That's one of their cutoff points there. Now the one thing you got to watch out for when you have one SU versus one Panzer IV, if they're smart, they'll just sit there. Now keep in mind, I see this Panzer IV that's coming up because I have men around here. Meanwhile, I'm trying to steal their MG42, which I managed to do. So, notice how I put my tank back here, and I'm going to quickly put on a focus sight. Because if his tank, he can't really flank me either way, and it's very hard for him to get around. It's like the perfect spot for my Su-85. Unless I decide to go up. Oh, okay. This is a little dangerous because I get Panzer Schrecked here. Which is exactly what happened. I was trying to help with the Panzer IV there, so I should have stayed in the spot there, but I didn't. And even as the pack coming down here, and I'm like, okay, no, look how many guys he has right here. He's moving up the pack, trying to take a shot at the rear armor of my tank as I'm trying to withdraw. If this guy lets me withdraw, I'm in trouble, but I have a bunch of guys. I'm going to throw a grenade. I'm just not going to let this guy wipe out another Su-85. We are taking too many casualties. So I managed to wipe those guys out. My tank is in desperate straits. It needs to pull back. I don't know why he's repairing with just a little bit of damage. He should seize the initiative. He saw that all these guys were here. And I'm going to say, you know what? I just got to push forward. So I'm going to run up my guys here and try to stop him from repairing his tank, because I know he's probably doing that. And I need to repair my own guys here. Finally upgraded someone. So I'm going after these engineers. Keep in mind, when they're veteran, they repair faster. Well, look how destroyed this town is. This building's burning down. The church is almost destroyed, you know. The walls are all run over. Multiple tanks there. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go, I'm just going to charge in here. I'm going to keep my eye on the three guys there and going to withdraw them so I don't lose them completely. Working on unit preservation. You know, just come in from a flank. I gotta pull these guys out now. Will I do it? Yes, I will. That sniper's been picking off guys left and right. 22 Soviets killed. Throwing a grenade and pulling back. Just want to get rid of the veteran pack crews there, which I did. So, look at that. Even these guys sniped the German that was retreating. So I need to get these guys up here ASAP. We now have Veterans E for my mortar. And this sniper will die. I promise you, he will die at some point. They remanned it with the Veterans E Pioneers. This is a great job with their unit preservation overall. Well, except when they did that big folly right here, right? And while I'm reinforcing my men here, not going to do anything rash. I'm going to send some more troops to help take back that field, though, because the whole side is, again, on this map, it seems like you fortify one side, then you push towards the center, and then you just leave it completely open again. So I think the big problem with Grizzly Bear is worried too much. He doesn't have 2 tanks. That's his. How much fuel does this guy have? He should really get a second tank, and he should work on the unit preservation there. How's he? You know what he did? He's going for heavy Panzer Corps. What he did there was veteran German units can heal each other, which is like it's called like, I forgot what it's called, but it's like first aid or something. So keep in mind, he's going for a heavy Panzer Corps. He's just going to push ahead. Maybe he thinks this is still broken enough. But it's not going to go too well for him. If I had the anti-tank grenades, he'd be in trouble. So once again, can't be flanked, using our advantage. You know, we don't have the maneuverability that he does. But that's okay. I'm not going to push forward because I do not want to see there's a pack. Really want to get that. So I see the pack moving up. This guy is brave with his pack, you know. It was just a misclick. But that sniper's there again. I got a Sturmovik. I'm going to use that on a bunched up group of Germans. So right now, I'm calling on these guys. That's probably not the best spot to call it on. But hey, wiping out some of the German tanks and killing the crew gunner is sort of to break up that attack as I go reinforce my troops. And then, you know, the shock troops are going to be here. It's also giving us intel as it's flying around for the fog of war. You can see that kind of stopped his thing. Look at go. He's pushing in right to their base. Ah, yes, it's because they had a pack. So overall, I pushed this guy back. Mainly do that. You can imagine turning that pack gun on them, which he's going to try to do here. So overall, Goat's playing a lot better than I did in this game, but in the end, I'm going to come through and I'll make up for my mistakes. Oh, he's going to turn it on that. I see exactly what he's trying to do there. Oh my gosh, that'd be sick. He's going to do it. How is that thing not destroyed? It got hit by a Pack 43. He destroyed it. So now I can start taking a look at their bunkers here. Let's look at the fog of war. Oh, too bad he can't see that far. Well, that was a good show, though. These veterans, you guys. So I'm taking these guys back. Now, got an MG covering the road here. I got more forges than he does, just to branch out. Now, it's interesting how he has the pack pointed this way, knowing my tank will come to try to reinforce me. But I'm not going to blindly charge my tanks in like that. I'm going to have the infantry first. Also, one thing I want to point out is that I do not have this, so it's cutting off the fuel that we would be getting. So just keep that in mind. That was my prompt. So between my machine gun and those guys, we were able to take out the pack crew. And this is when you kind of sense you need to push, and that's what I'm going to do right now. I got the troops. We're going to make our push. I'm going to take back this right side. If I can wipe out his Panzer IV, he's not going to have enough fuel in time to get the heavier armor like a Panther. Or at least I'll be able to box him in a little bit. So I'm going after him. Notice how I took off the focus sight and see how much faster they're going. And they got a light artillery barrage on my assault, but I was just able to move and dodge it. We're coming in from all sides and trying to take out his veteran-y guys here. Not to mention, this is going to try to take out that mortar half track there. I did lose a veteran-y to shock troop, unfortunately, but overall, we're making a massive push. This whole right side has just been conceded. I need to move on my machine gun, which I will do. Don't worry. And I've even forced him to turn his flank. That was really cool, though, of Goat doing that. Now, you just lost your only tank, and I have 2 tank destroyers. What would make you want to get the Panzerwerfer? See, he could have gone a Panther if he hadn't gone that. I would have gone a Panther. I mean, he's low on infantry, right? And our troops are so spread out. How nice he made them turn. And there goes the church. So we're so spread out, you know, not bunched up too much, that it's not going to have a big effect on us. think Goat at this point out that I need to grab that territory. So that was my mistake for not grabbing it. We're probably gonna get a lot more resources when I connect that up.
Do you need something?
So I'm gonna try to like set up my machine gun here and get ready to block anything that comes down this road. Now they can't. A clever commander could go around this side on the winter. Good. Or go through there. That actually explains how I got around my lines.
Shock troops can now be used to crush the enemy.
So healing up the troops. We pretty much pushed them back. That's just a reinforcement bunker. So they've been pushed back to, they got howitzers and they have their... Look how much range this gun has. It goes all the way to the center here. So they're coming in, taking out my conscripts, even though they're veterans E2. So my men are having a hard time. They even threw a bundle grenade there, and I gotta pull back. I'm gonna lose them. This is when I want to call a Sturmovik on these guys because they're so veteran. That'd be good. But my mortars, you can see, is veteran C2. It's taking out quite a lot of Germans here. So I'm calling the strafing run on. If I can wipe out his infantry force, he's gonna be in trouble. Look at that, shredded. Somehow that Veterans E3 Grenadier squad always gets, you know, stays alive. So I'm not even noticing that, but it's kind of interesting though to see these. To say, we're the 180 munitions to take out that Panzer Grenadier squad? The answer I'd say was probably yes, because I decimated his other squad, and this guy has like no infantry left. He's got another Panther now. Keep in Panzer Force, sorry. Keep in mind, we're ready for this. We got machine guns and stuff. I'm also, I think, yeah, I'm using my artillery to start bombarding these guys here. So we're doing another thing. We're ready for him. He's even turning his side and his rear armor of his Panzer IV at us. So the best thing we're going to do is probably blitz here, but then... Look at that. He's like desperately trying to do this. So all I have to do is, because he cut off his own escape route, not knowing that he can go down here probably. He knows he's going to lose this, but we have the shock troops, and these pioneers aren't going to stop us. And he's dead. So there goes his tank. He's got this thing still. So they have the artillery, right? So, but they're just taking so many casualties here. We're too entrenched in now, and then look. Goat's favorite IS-2 just took out that gun. When you can flank, I mean, why not? He's not expecting, like, Goat's... Oh, wow, he actually... Nice, you can actually do, like, the attack round, and he actually blew that thing up. So, until I was able to, like, reclaim this side with the SUs and my shock troops, it was a hard battle for me on this left side. But Goat did a really good job of holding the center and harassing them and taking out their heavy artillery and pack defenses toward the back. But I managed to push in, and I'm trying to take down their heavy Panzer Corps. Just to say, you know, well, actually, my guys are getting hit by this this bunker here. If I can take out his heavy Panzer Corps, I won't be seeing any Panthers from him. Now, he is a Sturm Panzer, which is very good for infantry, but at this late period, you probably want some... I got a pack. You probably want some more tanks. So I was trying to pull this guy back, and because of the Panzerwerfer, he got sunk in the water. Of course, to end the not the best match from me ever. Oh, you know what? It was a Sturm Panzer. So this game definitely isn't over. But I've kind of suffered a little bit of losses. These guys have not died. They've been down to one man multiple times. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to run in and take this MG42, give us some more firepower here. So yeah, they are pushing forward. I mean, if you want to take out the infantry, get this guy. Look at that, just wiped out 5 men and destroyed the gun. wonder if Goat has the repair with conscripts. No. But he does have some of those guys. So, my machine guns are getting destroyed also by this guy. He's got the veteran pack here.
Awaiting orders.
Gaber finally got a heavy tank, which is good. Still no heavy tanks from Grizzlebear. I gotta say though, if you're cocky with your tank, you know, you're gonna lose it. I grabbed it, I'm gonna get out of there now. Not to mention an evil. Oh, that could get. Oh, he didn't get run over, he went right through him. So I'm trying to keep my infantry not bunched and away from those guys. Anyway, repairing my guys here. And now there's a Panther. So they have... Oh, that Panther was already there. He's just moving up his Panther. I'm in trouble right now. Because I just have this. So I'm going to man their own pack here. Remember, keep in mind they left a lot of their heavy equipment there. I could really... Yeah, I got to pull this Veterans of D guy back. So once again, I wish my tank wouldn't turn that way, because now the Panther's going to move in. But I am manning these packs like crazy. I just picked that one up. I might man that one too. She's going to charge his Panther right here. When you have two of them in multiple angles and stuff, it's not going to work out too well. I like that he's trying to maneuver around, but I have multiple Su-85s. If he was trying to like block out the pack from the house, he did a good job there. And that bounced off his armor somehow, don't ask me how. I think I may have hit my own tank there, but either way, that Panther's gonna die. I hope. My shells just keep bouncing off of his armor there. Main gun destroyed, still not dead. At this point, I don't care about losing my tank, and I got rid of him. So I'm gonna pull back those guys. Mad push to this right side here. He just went right through their base after he was repairing. He's going to try to take out this guy's Panther. I'm hoping not to lose all my tanks here, but it looks like that's how it's going to be. It's just abandoned, which is good. Well, it's close enough in my lines that it's abandoned. So, man, that Panther onslaught just killed me. So the IS-2 is going to take them out. I called this barrage here on them so they don't capture the thing. And that's the douche on top of that IS-2 there. So this side was recovered. It was lost. Kind of half and half right now again. However, I did take out those machine gunners, which is good. He's going to lose his Panther probably. And the whole center's been broken because of that Stern Panzer. We have taken a ton of losses. You can see me right here with a ton of men back at base. They're pretty injured. I need to get these engineers repaired and then send in some conscripts to grab that tank. As you can see, this IS-2 is just beasting on these guys, and we have all 3 victory points right now. They simply do not have the infantry to back up what their tanks are doing. They have a Panzer Grenadier with a bazooka, Panzer Shrek. Does he have 2 IS-2s now? He does. I gotta start getting some IS-2s as the Soviets. That'd be kind of fun to test out. I mean, I've used them before, but I don't use them often. Fun watching these guys. So I hope you learned that, at least in this video, so maybe if you have that sniper in heavy tier 1 prom, just tech up the tanks fastly. That was my mistake there. Now he's calling something down on these guys. Nice. And yeah, don't be afraid to take some losses, because obviously I wasn't afraid to take some losses here. I want to redeem myself. I got all my forces moving in. Since the end of this game here. Wonder why he's pulling back. He's moving his tank away. So now I have their pack, which is good. So any of their pushes they can make, pretty much our infantry can take them out. Yeah, I think, yeah, I was calling that there to take out his pack so he didn't lose his IS-2. Yep. Wow, wiped completely out. So keep in mind, you can use these runs, these Cervic attacks, just to absolutely devastate the enemy. So at this point, they know they pretty much lost, but they're still sending guys to try to stem the flow of victory point losses here. But it's not going to work. Got my machine gun set up. Thanks to Goat's IS-2s and stuff. So keep in mind, you need to connect all your points. That was my mistake in this match. I couldn't figure out how to, like, I don't know why I was thinking, but I should have definitely gone to my tanks quicker. I was trying to, the Germans are going heavy tier 1, just skip right past them before they can grab their packs. And Wasbear said, good game, well played. These guys are friendly and nice, so good game to these guys. And definitely these ISTs helped us win, that's for sure. So you can win as either faction, keep that in mind. Even in the late game for us was actually when we were able to really push through. The Germans had the early game set. Usually it's the Germans that have the late game with the Tiger and Panthers that just destroy the Soviets, but not in this case. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, and let me know want to see another gameplay for this. So COD 41221 signing off.